taking these wars. The expensive stuff will be taking Oxfordshire, Wessex, Kent, and Essex. Yeah, let's really pile up our troops together so they can reinforce faster. Easy peasy. Nothing wrong with those in education, Jake. Well, nah, I guess not. Stay in school, kids. Alright, I want them over in marshes because it's just woods and... Well, actually, aren't woods and marshes more or less the same? Combat width minus 25, combat width minus 20. Well, I want higher combat width so my cannons become more useful. So, eat it, GB. Our improved siege ability really helping us out overseas. That's lovely. Oh, but you're not allowed to have that back. Didn't Scotland exist a wee while ago? Oh, speaking of people about to not exist, I'm not entirely sure this amount of reinforcement's going to help. No, not with our lines that broken. But you gotta believe. Gotta believe! Again, I don't like Metroid games. I don't know why anyone does. They're awful. We got Super Metroid and the Super Nintendo all those years back. At least my brothers were hyped about it. Yeah, another crushing defeat for the English. But let's not chase them down. Let's restore ourselves over in London. At least that should get them out of my hair for a wee bit. Yeah, GB has national ideas for discipline. Reformed commission buying. Also, they have quality ideas. So, there you go. Oh, jeez. Can't stop these guys. At least our morale is good, right? So, we're able to make a clean path like that. It's not the cheapest of things to take, but it should be okay. Tetris yesterday was the single greatest thing ever. No, the relay race for Ninja Gaiden. That was amazing. And that was today. Oh boy, those English. There are a lot of them, sire. Maybe I should be bringing my fleet back to bring more troops across. Nah. You know what? I dedicated this number of troops. I gotta use them. We'll have them join up so that, again, everybody can benefit from our 5 maneuver general. And I mean everybody. France is no longer a valid rival. Well, at least we get the eclipsed France bonus for a ginormous +4. Oh, right, jeez. Don't think I really want these frigates. Huh. I wonder if there's anyone else who can actually make a rival. Okay, well, we'll regain some of our men over here and get ready to trash GB a bit more. 35% war score is all we're going to need. And just kick them to the curb a little bit more and we'll be fine. After that, we'll core all this land using our heavenly large amount of admin. And you know what? We might actually finish this entire campaign tonight because it's only about 20 past 12. society. Let's keep it high. Seems to be the only thing we're able to do. Beat people on morale. Jake, I remember you streamed Stronghold at some distant point in the past. And ever think about streaming Stronghold 2? I really like Stronghold 2. Stronghold Crusader 2 is not so hot, sorry to say, Marvin. Alright, we'll be taking a -2 on this. If we could even get there on time. Which we cannot. There we go. Can we get there on time? Son of a gun. I don't know why they introduced both forests and woods in this game. There is no difference at all. Not mechanically, at least. Alright, so late game discipline is really huge. Maybe I should think about taking quality someday. But I'm not all about equality. Alright, he's probably going to run up to Lothian, because like I say, they prefer high base tax provinces that are a wee bit away. No point force marching, because he'll be able to get his tick anyway. I think Gors isn't in the German region either. Right, here come them Rebs. He's still above the overextension limit, but he shouldn't be when he does... Is he coring anything? Yes, yes he is. That might be enough, but it also might not. He's not stopping at Lothian. In that case, it must be Aberdeen. Getting all the best of events for the Suez Canal, ones that make it complete faster. And there goes the English army. They're probably still not keen for peace, but spreading out across this place will make them very keen for it. We'll do this so that I have my eyes on most of their country. Also want to hold the Highlands because it's mountainous and they haven't even cored Aberdeen. Also glorious looting. Shame I'm not a horde. That moment when you live in America and DDR Jake is still on after you eat dinner. Them American feels. Am I right? Thinking about going back to America again this year, but I don't know. It's pretty expensive flying over that big old body of water. Jake, will you integrate Caraman? Never. I like Caraman. I'd quite like them to continue to oh dear. Guess they're getting their new round of Rebs. At least they're nowhere near as big as the last lot. But most of my troops are away on leave right now. Still, he's not coring any of this land, so it's not a high priority to take those out. Still, might as well. I'll help them out like so. Nah, actually, you guys can stay there. I'm actually sure Caraman could deal with some of those Rebs himself. Guyenne existing once again, which is very odd. I'd never normally use this many generals, but it's coming towards the end of the campaign and I'm feeling lazy. Yeah, I need Ottawa. I need Ottawa, London, and Canton. I know it's called Hong Kong, but it's Canton. So once we're done with Great Britain, and Caraman eventually settles down with the whole rebel problem. He did core these lands, right? Good. Then we're going to turn to getting the last of the Silk provinces, one of which is in the Oirat. That should be fun. Jake, why would you ever want to come to America? America's lovely to visit. Just would never want to live there. There might be a price on your life here in Great Britain. I think it's £30,000, but at least it's pretty high. I think if our health services deem that it costs more than that to keep you alive per year, they won't bother with it. The ancestral home in the Highlands, now under glorious Nagur control. Don't know if you can hear that, but the wind is pretty heavy here, rattling against my window. It's not something you often hear. Now, what are these jokers doing? You are not allowed that province. Cumbria. Soon north will be ours. Joke's over. Let's just end this war. Aberdeen nowhere near enough to tip the scales of the balance, but Lincoln is. Will give us quite a bit of overextension, but if I'm not mistaken, we have none. Well, 14 plus 83 is not too much. We'll be fine. Especially now that we have our glorious Bill of Rights. Alright, everybody assemble in Kent, please. Well, maybe Essex. Get this land all cored up. We can worry about converting it later. Some land, however, we're not able to core right now. So we'll convert it instead. Shame we can't take Defender of the Faith there. Might think we have way too many troops over here. You may be right as well. But it's what we got, and it's what we'll be dealing with. There, that's fine. Alright, so that just leaves London and Canton. So, what we're going to do? Well, we're going to have to fight our way to get the rest of these Silk provinces. Some are in Malacca, some not. Alright, these are the Silk provinces we need. One is still in Oirat, we can deal with that later. But we're going to need to march our way through these. Now we have 3 available slots for client states. So I think, I'm not giving up Chittagong, but I'll probably give them these 3 provinces and let them chew in different directions. Eat their way into China as it may be. One can take the high road, one can take the mid road, the other take the low road. The only stipulation is that I need Canton for myself, which is unfortunate. So, Naga. Now, I always like to think she's somebody that would prefer to be on top. We are going to set up the client state of Lucy. They'll all be republics. It's much better to have republics. And what colour is Lucy going to be? Would be a kind of domineering colour for her. Certainly not purple. Lucy probably likes things nice and pinkish. That's a little too purple. Pink will do. And Lucy, she can have the Holy Hand Grenade. Right in the middle, I think it would only be fitting to have good old William. Set up our good old client state of William. Another republic, of course. William, he might look like he has a dark heart, but really he's a bright and pure kind of person, so let's give him this bright, pure colour, bluish something or other, and the swan suits him quite well. And our final client state will be the beautiful Gertruda. Some people might have no idea what is going on with these. Please be sure to educate such people. Oh, hold on. Why did I just delete your name of all things? I want you to be a republic. And Gertruda. Would be a beautiful colour for someone like you. Yeah, beautiful colour of manky brown. And give you a crown like the princess you are. It's probably one of the weakest points of the client states designing the flag. Alright, so we now have Gertruda, William, and Lucy. Now when you spawn client states, they get core creation cost minus 10%, which is really rather nice. On top of that, their first ideas are administrative ideas for a further 25% core creation cost. What have they got? Quality, trade, economic, defensive, quantity. Well, they should be pretty good for this. So we need to carve our way through this land. On top of everything else, they have got 50% administrative efficiency, so I can feed them 50 uncored base tax apiece. Pretty good. Oh, Gertruda! She is the man to lead the people. One downside is I really don't have many troops over here to deal with fighting wars. However, that's what we have, an enormous force limit for. And it's why we set up this great army template. That should do us just fine. Nonetheless, let's make hay while the sun is shining. We don't think we need any Dai Viet land because they don't have any silk. No. Who else is on your side? Malacca is just a marriage, and Khmer have no silk. Lan Na is someone we'll have to deal with, but that's a different story altogether. Gotta be imperialism, gotta go fast. I ain't using German names. I'm not German. DDR has nothing to do with Germany. Oh, whilst we're doing all this, we really ought to take care of Bahmanes and this little guy here, Bengal. But Bengal would push us over the overextension limit, which we are already straddling quite close. Not that I want that claim to run out. We've got plenty of time. Well, in that case, let's get a claim over here. Highly doubt our troops are going to march all the way over. I thought the AI was meant to stop doing that. We got imperialism against Lucy, William, and Gertruda. Okay. Our manpower is barely feeling anything from all this. So we lump them all together. And I'm not even going to worry about these, just going to split it in half. Half to Wessex, half to Essex. Caraman looking good, Caraman looking damn good. Corfu is coming along nicely. And yeah, once he finishes off these last few cores. Surprised he even has that much overextension. Ah, okay, the problem is his admin tech is hilariously low, because that's how it was when I spat him out. Jake, Dai Viet has silk. No, they don't. They got naval supplies. That is silk and it belongs to Lan Na. That is silk and it belongs to Malacca. That is silk and it belongs to Dali. None of it belongs to Dai Viet. If I'm wrong, then I'm certainly going to have egg on my face. Again, let's take the hit and get ourselves a really good king. So, being a Republican Muslim is just the best. Jake, get your claim on London. Okay. Yes, boss. Okay, so Trier is marching their way down. But that's okay. We are here to take names. Jake, I hate to point this out, but Hessenui isn't France. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, right, I didn't even notice that's the name of the country that I'm fighting here. So I think most of this is going to go to Gertruda. However, if I don't punch my way through this land, I'm going to be in trouble. It's unfortunate that I can't just divide up these countries the way they are. If I don't give all this to William, then that's not going to work out very well for me. What I should be doing is gifting up my new friends to the hilt. Kickstart their economies. I'm sure this won't break them with inflation in real life. Jake, if your vassals own the Silk provinces, does it still count for the achievement? Yes, it does, which is just as well, because I have no interest in taking China for myself. Beating up a dead horse. No! William! Like I said, being very lazy with the generals at this point, because I don't really care that much. Why not leave Bengal and the other one in India for aggressive expansion purposes? Because there's not really going to be any aggressive expansion problems. People won't join a coalition if they have a truce with me. And they also won't join one if they don't exist. It's just me, or these autosaves taking longer and longer. Let's try and speed through this. I want this achievement finished tonight. Yeah, you're right, Callum. Why am I wanted for worms purposes? Well, too bad. I'm gonna be playing this and going to bed. I got some stuff I need to do in Edinburgh tomorrow. Well, in the city. I'm out of muesli. So what do I do with you? Do I just annex you and core you? And then I can give you to William, and that'll give William a way out. Because if William doesn't have a way through, we're going to be in trouble. Lucy can get through that one province in Assam, so that's okay. By the way, it's not like people have cores here, do they? No, it's all chin. Jake, when is it time for Trier annexation? When I'm at peace. An absurd concept, I agree. Thankfully our troops are almost done, and whoa, our friends are joining in. Especially Brandenburg, he's going to be out for Out for blood. Alright, Assam, I know you did a good job westernizing and even keeping up in Miltech, but... Oh, allied with Dali. Okay, that's something else. Right, Lucy can begin her ways up through Dali. But that doesn't solve this problem for me. I wonder if William could core that. One way or another. Probably couldn't. I don't want William's growth stunted like this. Perhaps I gave him too bad a province. Oh well, we'll worry about that later. We can always break truce if we really need to. Fighting Dali is a little bit of an undertaking, especially since they have a lot of friends. Dali's in debt though. We'll see what happens when they get thrashed around a bit more. Plenty of his Sweni to be destroyed. Actually, we'll finish off these two wars as quickly as we can, begin the integration of Trier, and then continue ploughing on. Hello, my friend. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. The day before, on the 6th, we cancel it so we don't spend the mill points. And then we go and crush them with our superior composition. And superior everything else. Alright, so here's the thing. I would kind of want Dali to not join in. That way I can declare war on them in my terms. Hopefully all these rebel problems will make them not want to join in. That's what we're hoping at least. What's it like in Edinburgh? I've always wanted to visit from New York. Edinburgh is a lovely city. Never thought I'd be so enthralled about a city in this island, but I really love Edinburgh. That's why I live here after all. Alright, so first things first, Gertruda will make her advances in the south. She needs to snake her way down. William can settle for the middle bits here. Can't give that to William unless I give some of this land to William. Well, it'll be okay. I have a feeling that William will be able to core that land anyway. We just need to, just gotta have faith. I have an idea. Because sometimes you can core land that you shouldn't be able to core. Just because the game is a bit absurd with the way it calculates coring distance. 70%. Jake, what's so nice about Edinburgh? Gee, I don't know. Lots of greenery, I quite like the architecture, there's plenty of things to do, the people are nice, the accent is fairly sexy. Speaking as someone that came here from Aberdeen and the Highlands. It's just a lovely city. I'm not generally the kind of person that could lounge about outside that much, but I can certainly do it here in Edinburgh just because I love the place. Hard to put a finger on it. Sorry, Lucy, but you're getting nothing out of this war. You have to go up through Assam. Now this is good imperialistic sounding music for our Asian expansion plans. Now we've got to be quite mindful of our targets here. We need to make our way down here. Let's not get greedy, you know. Total cost for you, thanks to our high administrative efficiency, is quite nice and low. Alright, so deal with you quite nicely. William and William, however, unfortunately we can't give both of it to William, we can just give one of it to them. No, we don't need the money, let's not do that. Alright, now William is probably